Algeria is a country in North Africa on the Mediterranean Sea. It borders 6 other countries, which are Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, and Tunisia. The flag of Algeria is vertically divided in half of green and white, featuring a red crescent moon and star in the center of the flag. The capital and largest city in the nation is Algiers. The country has an area of 919,595 square miles, or 2,381,741 square kilometers, making it the largest country in Africa, and has a population of over 43.5 million people. The nation is mostly in the Sahara Desert, with the majority of the population on or near the Mediterranean coast. Algeria has a purchasing power parity GDP of $468.4 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $10,700. Angola is a country in southern Africa. It borders 4 other countries, which are Zambia, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the Republic of the Congo, and Namibia. The flag of Angola is made up of 2 vertical stripes of red and black, with a yellow gear and machete crossed, as well as a yellow star. The capital and largest city in the nation is Luanda. The country has an area of 481,354 square miles, or 1,246,700 square kilometers, and a population of over 33 million people. 54.3% of the nation's land is made up of forests. Angola has a purchasing power parity GDP of $203.71 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $6,200. Benin is a country in Western Africa. It borders 4 other countries, which are Togo, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, and Niger. The flag of Benin is made up of 2 horizontal stripes of yellow and red, as well as a vertical green stripe on the left of the flag. The capital of the nation is Porto Novo, and the largest city is Cotonou. The country has an area of 44,310 square miles, or 114,763 square kilometers, and a population of over 13 million people. The nation was named after the Bight of Benin, which is the body of water off the coast. Benin has a purchasing power parity GDP of $40.29 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $3,300. Botswana is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It borders 4 other countries, which are Zimbabwe, South Africa, Namibia, and Zambia. The flag of Botswana is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of white and black, on top of a light blue field. The capital and largest city in the nation is Gaborone, which has a population of over 279,000 people. The nation has an area of 224,607 square miles, or 581,730 square kilometers, making it about the size of Texas, and has a population of over 2 million people. The most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 79.1% of the population. Botswana has a purchasing power parity GDP of $37.72 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $16,000. Burkina Faso is a country in Western Africa. It borders 6 other nations, which are Ghana, Togo, Mali, Niger, Benin, and Cote d'Ivoire. Its flag is made up of 2 stripes of red and green with a yellow star in the middle. Burkina Faso has over 21 million people and is the 59th most populous country in the world. The capital, which is also the largest city, is Ouagadougou, which has a population of over 2 million people. The nation is landlocked, is 170,379 square miles, or 274 square kilometers. The biggest use of land is agriculture, which takes 44% of the land. The majority of Burkina Faso's population is Muslim. 63.2% of the people belong to that faith. Burundi is a landlocked country in Central Africa. It borders 3 other countries, which are Rwanda, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Tanzania. The flag of Burundi is made up of 4 sections of red and green separated by a white diagonal cross, with a white circle containing 3 red 6-sided stars, with green outlines in the middle. Gitega is the nation's political capital, whereas Bujumbura is the commercial capital. The country has an area of 17,292 square miles, or 27,830 square kilometers, and a population of over 12 million people. 73.3% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. Burundi has a purchasing power parity GDP of $8.69 billion and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $700. Cameroon is a country in Central Africa on the Atlantic Ocean. It borders 6 other countries, which are the Central African Republic, Equatorial Guinea, the Republic of the Congo, Chad, Gabon, and Nigeria. The flag of Cameroon is made up of 3 vertical stripes of green, red, and yellow, with a yellow 5-point star in the center of the flag. The capital of the nation is Yaoundé, and the largest city is Douala, which has a population of over 1 million people. The country has an area of 179,943 square miles, or 466,050 square kilometers, which makes it a bit bigger than the state of California, and has a population of over 29 million people, which ranks it behind Venezuela. Cameroon has a purchasing power parity GDP of $94.94 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $3,600. Cape Verde, or Cabo Verde, is an island nation off the coast of Western Africa. The flag of Cape Verde is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of white and red, on a blue background of 10 yellow stars in the shape of a circle. The capital and largest city in the country is Praia, which has a population of over 137,000 people. The nation is an area of 1,557 square miles, or 4,033 square kilometers, and a population of over 500,000 people. Cape Verde has a purchasing power parity GDP of $3.36 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $6,000. The Central African Republic is a landlocked country in Central Africa. It borders 6 other countries, which are Cameroon, Chad, Sudan, South Sudan, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and the Republic of the Congo. The flag of the Central African Republic is made up of 4 horizontal stripes of blue, white, green, and yellow, with a vertical red stripe dividing the flag in half, as well as a yellow 5-point star in the upper left corner. The capital and largest city in the nation is Bangui. The country has an area of 240,324 square miles, or 622,436 square kilometers, and a population of over 5 million people. The Central African Republic has a purchasing power parity GDP of $4.483 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $900. Chad is a landlocked country in Central Africa. It borders 6 other countries, which are the Central African Republic, Sudan, Cameroon, Nigeria, Libya, and Niger. The flag of Chad is made up of 3 vertical stripes of blue, yellow, and red, and is almost identical to the flag of Romania. The capital and largest city in the nation is N'Djamena, which has a population of over 900,000 people. The country has an area of 495,755 square miles, or 1,284,000 kilometers, making it a little bit smaller than Peru, and has a population of just under 18 million people. French and Arabic are the official languages in the nation, and Islam is the most common religion, which makes up 52.1% of the population. Chad has a purchasing power parity GDP of $24.97 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,500. Comoros is an island nation in the Indian Ocean, off the coast of southern Africa. The flag of Comoros is made up of 4 horizontal stripes of yellow, white, red, and blue, with a green triangle on the left which contains a crescent moon and 4 stars stacked vertically. The capital and largest city in the country is Morocco, which has a population of over 74,000 people. The nation has an area of 1,388 square miles, or 2,235 square kilometers, and a population of over 864,000 people. Sunni Islam is the nation's official religion, which makes up 98% of the population. Comoros has a purchasing power parity GDP of $2.73 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $3,100. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is a country in Central Africa, on the Atlantic Ocean. It borders 9 other countries, which are Angola, Zambia, Burundi, Uganda, the Central African Republic, Tanzania, the Republic of the Congo, Rwanda, and South Sudan. The flag of the Democratic Republic of the Congo is made up of 3 diagonal stripes of yellow and red, as well as a yellow star on top of a blue background. The capital and largest city in the nation is Kinshasa, which is located on the Congo River. The country has an area of 905,568 square miles, or 2,345,410 square kilometers, which makes it a bit smaller than Algeria, and has a population of over 108 million people, which ranks it ahead of Egypt. The Democratic Republic of the Congo has a purchasing power parity GDP of $96.03 billion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,100. The Republic of the Congo is a country in Central Africa, on the Atlantic Ocean. It borders 5 other countries, which are the Central African Republic, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Angola, Gabon, and Cameroon. The flag of the Republic of the Congo features a diagonal yellow stripe, which divides the flag into 2 parts of green and red. The capital and largest city in the nation is Brazzaville, which is just across the Congo River from Kinshasa, which is the capital of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The country has an area of 132,047 square miles, or 342,000 square kilometers, which makes it a bit smaller than Montana, and has a population of over 5.5 billion people, which ranks it ahead of the Central African Republic. The Republic of the Congo has a purchasing power parity GDP of $19.03 billion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $3,400. Djibouti is a country in East Africa, on the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. It borders 3 other countries, which are Ethiopia, Somalia, and Eritrea. The flag of Djibouti is made up of 2 horizontal stripes of blue and green, as well as a white triangle on the left side, which contains a red star. The capital and largest city in the nation is Djibouti City. The country has an area of 8,880 square miles, or 23,000 square kilometers, which makes it a bit smaller than the state of New Jersey, and has a population of over 957,000 people, which ranks it behind Eswatini or Swaziland. Djibouti has a purchasing power parity GDP of $5.42 billion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $5,500. Egypt is a country in North Africa. It borders 3 other widely recognized countries, which are Libya, Israel, and Sudan, as well as the partially recognized state of Palestine on the Gaza Strip. The flag of Egypt is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of red, white, and black, with an eagle in the flag center. The capital and largest city in the nation is Cairo, which is also the 3rd largest city in Africa. The country has an area of 384,791 square miles, or 996,603 square kilometers, and a population of over 106 million people. The official language of the country is Arabic, and 90% of the population is Muslim. 95% of Egypt's population is near the Nile River. The nation contains the Suez Canal, which is one of the world's busiest shipping lanes. Egypt has a purchasing power parity GDP of $1.223 trillion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $12,000. Equatorial Guinea is a country in Central Africa, on the Atlantic Ocean. It borders 2 other countries, which are Cameroon and Gabon. The flag of Equatorial Guinea is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of green, white, and red, with a blue triangle on the left side, and the national coat of arms in the center of the flag. The capital and largest city in the nation is Malabo, which is located on the island of Bioko, which is planned to be replaced by Ciudad de La Paz, and the largest city is Bata. The country has an area of 10,831 square miles, or 28,051 square kilometers, which makes it a little bit smaller than the state of Maryland, and has a population of over 1.5 million people. Spanish and French are official languages in the nation. Contrary to the name, the entire country is located north of the equator. Equatorial Guinea has a purchasing power parity GDP of $23.86 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $17,000. Eritrea is a country in East Africa on the Red Sea. It borders 3 other countries, which are Sudan, Djibouti, and Ethiopia. The flag of Eritrea features a red triangle on the left, dividing the flag into 2 sections of green and blue, with a wreath and olive branch on the left side. The capital and largest city in the nation is Asmara. The country has an area of 46,757 square miles, or 121,100 square kilometers, which makes it a bit smaller than the state of Pennsylvania, and has a population of over 6 million people, which ranks it ahead of Kyrgyzstan. Eritrea has a purchasing power parity GDP of $9.702 billion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,600. Eswatini, formerly known as Swaziland, is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It borders two other countries, which are South Africa and Mozambique. The flag of Eswatini is made up of 5 horizontal stripes of blue, yellow, and red, with a depiction of a shield, 2 spears, and a staff in the center of the flag. The largest city in the nation is Menzini, which has a population of over 30,000 people. The country is an area of 6,703 square miles, or 17,360 square kilometers, and a population of over 1 million people. The country is mostly mountainous, and is almost surrounded by South Africa. Eswatini has a purchasing power parity GDP of $9.74 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $8,400. Ethiopia is a landlocked country in eastern Africa. It borders 6 other countries, which are South Sudan, Djibouti, Sudan, Eritrea, Somalia, and Kenya. The flag of Ethiopia is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of green, yellow, and red, with the national emblem in the center of the flag. The capital and largest city in the nation is Addis Ababa, which has a population of over 3 million people. The country has an area of 410,678 square miles, or 1,063,652 square kilometers, which makes it a bit bigger than Bolivia, and has a population of over 113.5 million people, which ranks it behind the Philippines. Ethiopia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $264.05 billion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $2,300. Gabon is a country in Central Africa, on the Atlantic Ocean. It borders 3 other countries, which are the Republic of the Congo, Cameroon, and Equatorial Guinea. The flag of Gabon is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of green, yellow, and blue. The capital and largest city in the nation is Libreville, which has a population of over 700,000 people. The country has an area of 103,347 square miles, or 267,667 square kilometers, which makes it a little bit smaller than New Zealand, and has a population of over 2 million people, which ranks it ahead of Lesotho. The official language in the nation is French. Gabon has a purchasing power parity GDP of $32.05 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $14,400. The Republic of the Gambia is a country in Western Africa. It borders 1 other country, which is Senegal. The flag of the Gambia is made up of 5 horizontal stripes of red, white, blue, and green. The capital and largest city in the nation is Banjul. The country has an area of 4,127 square miles, or 10,689 square kilometers, and a population of over 2 million people. The Gambia is the smallest country in Africa, which isn't an island. The nation is made up of the narrow area around the Gambia River. The Gambia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $5.22 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $2,200. Ghana is a country in Western Africa. It borders 3 other countries, which are Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, and Togo. The flag of Ghana is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of red, yellow, and green, which are the Pan-African colors, as well as a black 5-point star in the center of the flag. The capital and largest city in the nation is Accra. The country has an area of 92,098 square miles, or 238,533 square kilometers, and a population of over 32 million people. The nation has a tropical climate, and 69.1% of its land is used for agriculture. Ghana has a purchasing power parity GDP of $164.84 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $5,300. Guinea is a country in West Africa. It borders 6 other countries, which are Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Mali, and Senegal. The flag of Guinea is made up of 3 vertical stripes of red, yellow, and green, which are the Pan-African colors. The capital and largest city in the nation is Conakry. The country has an area of 152,768 square miles, or 245,857 square kilometers, and a population of over 12 million people. French is the official language, though about 40 languages are spoken. Islam is the majority religion, making up 89.1% of the nation. Guinea has a purchasing power parity GDP of $35.08 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $2,700. Guinea-Bissau is a country in Western Africa. It borders 2 other countries, which are Guinea and Senegal. The flag of Guinea-Bissau is made up of 2 horizontal stripes of yellow and green, as well as a vertical red stripe on the left of the flag, with a black 5-pointed star. The capital and largest city in the nation is Bissau. The country has an area of 22,447 square miles, or 36,125 square kilometers, and a population of just under 2 million people. 55% of the nation's land is made up of forests. Guinea-Bissau has a purchasing power parity GDP of $3.64 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,800. Cote d'Ivoire, also known as the Ivory Coast, is a country in West Africa. It borders 5 other countries, which are Burkina Faso, Ghana, Guinea, Liberia, and Mali. The flag of Cote d'Ivoire is made up of 3 vertical stripes of orange, white, and green. The largest city in the nation is Abidjan, which has a population of over 4 million people. The country has an area of 200,369 square miles, or 322,463 square kilometers, and a population of over 28 million people. The official language of the nation is French. Cote d'Ivoire has a purchasing power parity GDP of $136.48 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $5,200. Kenya is a country in the east of Africa. It borders 5 different countries, which are Somalia, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Uganda. The flag of Kenya is made up of black, red, white, and green stripes with a shield and spears in the middle. The country is named after Mount Kenya, which is the nation's highest point at 17,057 feet, or 5,199 meters. Kenya has a population of over 54,000 people, making it the 27th most populous country in the world. The majority of Kenya's population is Christian, with 85.5% of the people being part of that faith. Agriculture dominates the Kenyan economy, with approximately 75% of the population working in that industry, most of which is on small farms. The capital of Kenya is Nairobi, which has a population of over 4 million people and is located in Nairobi County. The nation gained independence from the British Empire on December 12, 1963. Kenya uses the Kenyan shilling for currency. Lesotho is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It is completely surrounded by South Africa. The flag of Lesotho is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of blue, white, and green, with a black symbol representing a hat in the center. The capital and largest city in Lesotho is Masoro, which has a population of over 330,000 people. The country has an area of 18,861 square miles, or 30,355 square kilometers, and a population of over 2 million people. 76.1% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. Lesotho has a GDP of $4.88 billion, and a GDP per capita of $2,300. Liberia is a country in Western Africa. It borders 3 other countries, which are Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire, and Sierra Leone. The flag of Liberia is made up of 11 stripes of red and white, as well as a square blue field with a white 5-pointed star in the upper left corner. The capital and largest city in the nation is Monrovia, which has a population of over 1 million people. The country has an area of 37,466 square miles, or 97,036 square kilometers, and a population of over 5 million people. Liberia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $6.85 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,400. Libya is a country in northern Africa. It borders 6 countries, which are Tunisia, Algeria, Chad, Sudan, Egypt, and Niger. The flag of Libya is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of red, black, and green, with a crescent moon and star in the center. The capital and largest city in the nation is Tripoli. Libya has an area of 1,093,327 square miles, or 1,759,540 square kilometers, ranking it 18th in the world. The country has a population of over 7 million people, ranking it 105th in the world. The official language in Libya is Arabic, and the official religion is Islam. Most of the population lives along the coast on the Mediterranean. Libya has a GDP of $70.65 billion and a GDP per capita of $10,300. Madagascar is an island nation in southern Africa, in the Indian Ocean. The flag of Madagascar is made up of 2 horizontal stripes of red and green, as well as a vertical white stripe on the left side of the flag. The capital and largest city in the country is Antananarivo, which has a population of over 1 million people. The nation has an area of 226,756 square miles, or 587,295 square kilometers, which makes it a bit bigger than Botswana, and has a population of over 28 million people, which ranks it ahead of Australia. Madagascar has a purchasing power parity GDP of $41.82 billion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,500. Malawi is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It borders 3 other countries, which are Mozambique, Zambia, and Tanzania. The flag of Malawi is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of black, red, and green, with a red rising sun with 31 rays on the top stripe. The capital and largest city in the nation is Lilongwe, which has a population of over 989,000 people. The country has an area of 45,853 square miles, or 118,760 square kilometers, and a population of over 20 million people. 59.2% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. Malawi has a purchasing power parity GDP of $28.44 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,500. Mali is a landlocked country in Western Africa. It borders 7 other countries, which are Senegal, Niger, Mauritania, Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, and Algeria. The flag of Mali is made up of 3 vertical stripes of green, yellow, and red, which are the Pan-African colors. The capital and largest city in the nation is Bamako, which has a population of over 1 million people. The country has an area of 770,619 square miles, or 1,240,192 square kilometers, and a population of over 20 million people. The official language of the nation is French, and the most common religion is Islam, which makes up 93.9% of the country. Mali has a purchasing power parity GDP of $44.89 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $2,200. Mauritania is a country in Western Africa. It borders 4 other widely recognized countries, which are Senegal, Morocco, Mali, and Algeria, as well as the partially recognized Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic or Western Sahara. The flag of Mauritania features a star and crescent moon on a green field, with 2 horizontal red stripes on the top and bottom of the flag. The capital and largest city in the nation is Nouakchott. The nation has an area of 397,956 square miles, or 1,030,700 kilometers, and a population of over 4 million people. Most of the country is in the Sahara Desert. Mauritania has a purchasing power parity GDP of $23.17 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $5,000. Mauritius is an island nation off the coast of southeastern Africa. The flag of Mauritius is made up of 4 horizontal stripes of red, blue, yellow, and green. The capital and largest city in the country is Port Louis, which has a population of over 145,000 people. The nation has an area of 775 square miles, or 2,007 square kilometers, and a population of over 1 million people. The most common religion is Hinduism, which makes up 48.5% of the population. Mauritius has a purchasing power parity GDP of $24.64 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $19,500. Morocco is a country in North Africa. It borders either 3 or 4 other countries, depending on if you recognize the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic. The widely recognized nations it borders are Algeria, Mauritania, and Spain. The flag of Morocco features a green 5-pointed linear star on top of a red field. The capital of the country is Rabat, and the largest city is Casablanca, which has a population of over 3 million people. The nation is an area of 158,300 square miles, or 410,000 square kilometers, and a population of over 36,000 people. It is the only African country which has coastlines on both the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. Morocco has a purchasing power parity GDP GDP of $259.42 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $6,900. Mozambique is a country in Southeast Africa, on the Indian Ocean. It borders 6 other countries, which are Malawi, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Zambia, Swatini or Swaziland, and Tanzania. The flag of Mozambique is made up of 5 horizontal stripes of teal, white, black, and yellow, with a red triangle on the left side of the flag, which contains the yellow star, as well as an AK-47, and a farming tool crossed on top of an open book. The capital and largest city in the nation is Maputo, which has a population of over 1 million people. The country has an area of 308,642 square miles, or 799,380 square kilometers, which makes it a bit bigger than Pakistan, and has a population of over 31.5 million people, which ranks it behind Peru. Mozambique has a purchasing power parity GDP of $38.42 billion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,200. Namibia is a country in southern Africa, on the southern Atlantic Ocean. It borders 4 other countries, which are Angola, South Africa, Botswana, and Zambia. The flag of Namibia features 3 diagonal stripes of white and red, dividing into 2 sections of blue and green, with a yellow sun in the upper left corner. The capital and largest city in the nation is Windhoek, which has a population of over 300,000 people, and is located in the center of the country. The nation is an area of 318,261 square miles, or 824,292 square kilometers, and a population of over 2 million people. The country is named after the Namib Desert. Namibia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $22.6 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $8,900. Niger is a landlocked country in Western Africa. It borders 7 other countries, which are Nigeria, Mali, Libya, Chad, Burkina Faso, Benin, and Algeria. The flag of Niger is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of orange, white, and green, with an orange circle in the middle. The flag is a unique 6:7 ratio. The capital and largest city in the nation is Niamey. The country has a population of over 23 million people. Islam is the main religion in the nation, which makes up 99.3% of the population, and the official language is French. Agriculture takes up 35.1% of the country's land. Niger has a purchasing power parity GDP of $28.97 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,200. Nigeria is a country in West Africa on the Atlantic Ocean. It borders 4 other countries, which are Benin, Niger, Cameroon, and Chad. The flag of Nigeria is made up of 3 vertical stripes of green and white. The capital of the nation is Abuja, and the largest city is Lagos. The country is an area of 356,669 square miles, or 923,768 square kilometers, which makes it a bit bigger than Venezuela, and has a population of over 225 million people, which makes it the most populous country in Africa. Nigeria has a purchasing power parity GDP of $1.013 trillion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $4,900. Rwanda is a landlocked country in sub-Saharan Africa. It borders 4 nations, which are Burundi, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Tanzania, and Uganda. The flag of Rwanda is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of blue, yellow, and green, with a yellow image of the sun on the blue top stripe, which is also thicker than the others. The capital and largest city in Rwanda is Kigali, which has a population of over 800,000 people. The nation has an area of 16,365 square miles, or 26,338 square kilometers. It has a population of just under 13 million people. 74.5% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. Rwanda has a GDP of $27.18 billion, and a GDP per capita of $2,100. Sao Tome and Principe is an African island nation in the Gulf of Guinea. The flag of Sao Tome and Principe is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of green and yellow, with 2 black stars in the center, and a red triangle on the left of the flag. The capital and largest city in the country is Sao Tome, which means St. Thomas in Portuguese. The nation has an area of 386 square miles, or 1,001 square kilometers, which makes it a bit smaller than Hong Kong, and has a population of over 217,000 people. Portuguese is the official language, and Roman Catholicism is the most common religion, which makes up 55.7% of the population. It is the 2nd smallest country in Africa, ranking ahead of Seychelles. Sao Tome and Principe has a purchasing power parity GDP of $890 million, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $4,100. Senegal is a country in Western Africa on the Atlantic Ocean. It borders 5 other countries, which are the Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Mali, and Mauritania. The flag of Senegal is made up of 3 vertical stripes of green, yellow, and red, with a green 5-pointed star in the center of the flag. The capital and largest city in the nation is Dakar, which has a population of over 2 million people. The nation is an area of 75,951 square miles, or 196,712 square kilometers, making it a little bit more than twice as big as Indiana, and has a population of over 16 million people. It's the furthest west nation in Africa, and Islam is the most common religion, which makes up 97.2% of the population. Senegal has a purchasing power parity GDP of $55.26 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $3,300. Seychelles is an island nation off the coast of East Africa, in the Indian Ocean. The flag of Seychelles is made up of 5 triangular stripes of blue, yellow, red, white, and green. The capital and largest city in the country is Victoria, which has a population of over 26,000 people. The nation is an area of 176 square miles, or 467 square kilometers, which makes it more than twice the size of Washington, D.C., and has a population of over 97,000 people, which ranks it ahead of Andorra. It is both the smallest and least populous nation in Africa. Seychelles has a purchasing power parity GDP of $2.4 billion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $24,000. $11,400. Sierra Leone is a country in Western Africa on the Atlantic Ocean. It borders two other countries, which are Guinea and Liberia. The flag of Sierra Leone is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of green, white, and blue. The capital and largest city in the nation is Freetown, which has a population of over 1 million people. The nation has an area of 28,158 square miles, or 72,929 square kilometers, which makes it a little bit smaller than South Carolina, and has a population of over 8.5 million people. The official language in the country is English, and the most common religion is Islam, which makes up 77.1% of the population. Sierra Leone has a purchasing power parity GDP of $13.15 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,600. Somalia is a country in East Africa. It borders 3 internationally recognized countries, which are Djibouti, Ethiopia, and Kenya, as well as the unrecognized Republic of Somaliland. The flag of Somalia is made up of a blue field with a white star in the middle. The capital and largest city in the nation is Mogadishu, which has a population of over 1 million people. From 1991 to 2012, Somalia had no official national government. The country has a desert climate. The nation has an area of 396,221 square miles, or 637,657 square kilometers, and a population of over 12 million people. Sunni Islam is the official religion in Somalia. Somalia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $13.19 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $800. South Africa is a country in southern Africa, between the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. It borders 6 other countries, which are Botswana, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Eswatini, Mozambique, and Namibia. The flag of South Africa features a green Y shape, bordered by yellow and white, dividing the flag into 3 sections, of black, red, and blue. The nation has 3 capitals, which are Pretoria, Cape Town, and Bloemfontein, and the largest city is Johannesburg. The country has an area of 471,359 square miles, or 1,220,813 square kilometers, making it a little bit smaller than Mali, and has a population of over 57.5 million people. 79.4% of its land is used for agriculture. South Africa has a purchasing power parity GDP of $680.04 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $11,500. South Sudan is a landlocked country in East Central Africa. It borders 6 other countries, which are the Central African Republic, Uganda, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Sudan, Ethiopia, and Kenya. The flag of South Sudan is made up of 5 stripes of black, white, red, and green, with a blue triangle on the left which contains a yellow star. The capital and largest city in the nation is Juba. South Sudan is the world's newest country, gaining independence on July 9th, 2011. The official language of the country is English, and the main religion is Christianity, which makes up 60.5% of the population. The nation has an area of 400,367 square miles, or 644,329 square kilometers, and a population of just under 11 million people. South Sudan has a purchasing power parity GDP of $20.01 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,600. Sudan is a country in Northeast Africa. It borders 7 countries, which are the Central African Republic, Egypt, Chad, South Sudan, Libya, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. The flag of Sudan is made up of 3 stripes of red, white, and black with a green triangle on the left. The nation's capital is Khartoum. The country has a population of over 46 million people, ranking it 31st in the world. It has an area of 1,156,672 square miles, or 1,861,484 square kilometers. Arabic and English are the official languages of the country. Sudan has a GDP of $176.4 billion, and a GDP per capita of $4,000. Tanzania is a country in East Africa on the Indian Ocean. It borders 8 other countries, which are Zambia, Burundi, Uganda, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Rwanda, Kenya, Mozambique, and Malawi. The flag of Tanzania features 3 diagonal stripes of yellow and black, dividing the flag into 2 green and blue sections. The largest city in the nation is Dar es Salaam, which was founded in 1862. The country has an area of 366,311 square miles, or 948,740 square kilometers, making it a little bit bigger than Nigeria, and has a population of over 63.5 million people. Swahili and English are the official languages of the nation. It contains Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the highest peak in all of Africa. Tanzania has a purchasing power parity GDP of $152.79 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $2,600. Togo is a country in Western Africa on the Atlantic Ocean. It borders 3 other countries, which are Burkina Faso, Ghana, and Benin. The flag of Togo is made up of 5 horizontal stripes of green and yellow, with a red field in the upper left corner, which contains a white 5-pointed star. The capital and largest city in the nation is Lomé. The country has an area of 21,854 square miles, or 56,600 square kilometers, which makes it a little bit bigger than Croatia, and has a population of over 8 million people. 67.4% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. Togo has a purchasing power parity GDP of $17.45 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $2,100. Tunisia is a country in North Africa on the Mediterranean Sea. It borders 2 other countries, which are Libya and Algeria. The flag of Tunisia features a red crescent moon and a 5-point star on top of a white circle, on top of a red field. The capital and largest city in the nation is Tunis. The country has an area of 63,170 square miles, or 163,610 square kilometers, and has a population of over 11 million people. Arabic is the official language, and Islam is the official religion. Most of the population is in the north of the nation toward the sea. Tunisia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $114.97 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita capita of $9,700. Uganda is a landlocked country in Eastern Africa. The nation borders 5 other countries, which are Rwanda, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Kenya, South Sudan, and Tanzania. The flag of Uganda is made up of 6 stripes of black, yellow, and red, with a gray-crowned crane in the center. The capital and largest city is Kampala, which has a population of over 1.5 million people. Uganda has an area of 149,774 square miles, or 241,038 square kilometers, ranking it 81st in the world. The country has a population of over 44 million people, ranking it 33rd in the world. 71.2% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. Uganda has a GDP of $99.61 billion, and a GDP per capita of $2,200. Zambia is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It borders 8 countries, which are Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Namibia, Mozambique, Malawi, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Botswana, and Angola. The capital and largest city in Zambia is Lusaka, which has a population of over 1 million people. The nation has an area of 467,655 square miles, or 752,618 square kilometers, and a population of over 19 million people. Christianity makes up 95.5% of the country. Forests make up 66.3% of the land. Zambia has a GDP of $60.12 billion, and a GDP per capita of $3,300. Zimbabwe is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It borders 4 other countries, which are South Africa, Botswana, Mozambique, and Zambia. The flag of Zimbabwe is made up of 7 horizontal stripes of green, yellow, red, and black, as well as a white triangle bordered by black, which includes a red star and a yellow Zimbabwe bird. The capital and largest city in the nation is Harare. The country has an area of 150,872 square miles, or 390,757 square kilometers, which makes it a little bit smaller than Paraguay, and has a population of over 15 million people. The most common religion is Protestant Christianity, which makes up 74.8% of the population. Zimbabwe has a purchasing power parity GDP of $40.79 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $2,700.